Hello people on the internet, the Rocket360 here, and I'm back with another review. This time we actually got another Transformer figure for you guys. Today we're reviewing the Transformers Hunt for the Deceptacon Deluxe Class Ironhide. And now I actually bought this guy at McCarty for $11. And yeah, the shipping was $7, which I think plus taxes. So all of them together was like I think around $21 or $22. I can't remember. So it was like $20, but and again, it was a good price and stuff because all the prices on this guy was actually quite expensive and stuff. So luckily, I actually did find a cheaper option and stuff. But before we actually got started with the review, if you guys saw my short video, I did mention how this guy, he got so much delay, which is true and stuff. So a little story, this guy was in like in hell. What I mean by that is like this guy was getting delayed after delay and stuff. It keep going back to the facility and stuff. Like it did actually show up in my area, but the thing it was brought back in the facility. I don't know why. So it keep going back to the facility like 5 times and stuff. But I don't know why. I don't know what happened and stuff. And keep in mind, it was supposed to come tomorrow, but keep in mind, they actually said alpha delivery. But the thing is, they actually brought it back in the post office because like I think something about the address. I think that's why. I'm guessing like every time when it goes back to the facility, I get the package got a bit damaged and stuff, but luckily nothing actually happened with the figure and stuff. So that's actually good and stuff. But anyways, enough about that. So we'll get started, shall we? And I can feel like there's like, yeah, you can see there's some bit of dirt and stuff, but I can actually easily fix that. There's another one and stuff. But anyways, today we're reviewing the Transformers Hunt for the Deceptacon Deluxe Class Ironhide and All Glory. Now, I think I mentioned it. I actually owned this guy when I was a kid and stuff. I remember back in 2010, I actually wanted this guy. This guy actually I wanted for Christmas and stuff, and I managed to get him for Christmas stuff, and that was actually one of the best Christmas gifts ever and stuff. But I don't have that figure anymore, mainly because like I lost all the pieces and it got destroyed back in 2011. 2016, I bought another one on Amazon. It was the Dark of the Moon variant, the Toys R Us exclusive. But it got destroyed in 2018 and stuff because little story, I don't know why I decided to spray paint it red just to make him look like a G1 color Ironhide, but that actually backfired really badly because the paint was so bad and I literally regretted it. And let's just say the wheel right here broke off, so I had to super glue it and it looked horrible and stuff. And you know, I tried to paint it black with paint, it just looks worse and stuff. So I tried to like I tried to fix it and stuff, but nothing was working and stuff. And let's just say I decided to tear it apart and stuff, and it didn't went out well and stuff. I'd rather not talk about that and stuff, so I don't even have it anymore. So anyways, now I bought another one, which is my third time having this figure. Now anyways, let's get started, shall we? So here we actually got Ironhide, Always Glory, and for a deluxe figure, it looks amazing. Now yes, granted, Ironhide is always meant to be a Voyager. I mean, that's how Ironhide always is, meant to be a Voyager. Now, this is actually one of the first Ironhide that actually looks scream accurate and stuff. If you remember, the original Voyager Ironhide was barely accurate and stuff, and because Hasbro had to work what they had to work for and stuff, so it was actually understandable. It was not really accurate, but it was still a beloved figure and stuff. Fans still love the figure and stuff. And you actually got the Revenge of the Fallen, which was the exact same mold from 07, and you got a Recon Ironhide. And now we actually got this one, which it's actually the closest now we actually got to an accurate Ironhide. What I mean by close, like the head sculpt is not even accurate. So this guy was actually the close enough to be an accurate Ironhide. Hell, the Leader Club was actually the most accurate Ironhide they actually made. But the problem was like the cannon was not big and stuff. There were like upgrade kits for it, and also there is the Dark of the Moon Voyager, which I did review it, but I don't have it anymore and stuff because I lost, and ever since I got the Studio Series, I lost interest in the Dark of the Moon, so I sold it off and stuff. Well, no, I got rid of it. I can't remember what happened to it and stuff, so yeah. So I mean, I got rid of it like a year ago and stuff because I didn't want it anymore and stuff because I actually have the Studio Series anyway. So anyways, here we actually got the Deluxe Ironhide, and everything about it just looks amazing. Really brings back good memories and stuff. I'm gonna take care of it this time because again I was young and stuff. I didn't know how to take care of stuff, so this time I'm actually gonna take care of them. So everything about this truck mode looks amazing. So yeah, here's a GMC truck and stuff. So anyways, we'll take a look in the front right here and stuff. So we actually have a nice GMC logo right here and stuff. So I do love how they painted that red and stuff, which rarely in modern figures they don't really paint stuff, like paint the logo and stuff. So the brand on this looks amazing, the GMC. I just wonder, do they still have the license for the GMC truck? I'm curious. And you actually have a nice silver paint right here and stuff, which is nice. The grill is actually colored in black and stuff, which looks amazing. And we actually get to the front bumper right here. Now the bumper, I'm not sure, like, did he change bumpers in the movie? I can't really remember because people say like the bumper and Dark of the Moon is actually a lot different. I'm sorry about my dog barking, but anyways, I don't know. It looks like the Dark of the Moon bumper, but I don't know if did he ever change bumpers in the movie, but it looks nice and stuff. So yeah, this I actually got from Macari, so this is actually some bit dirt right here, so I'll try to clean that up off screen. And you actually have a nice Autobot logo right here, which is nicely painted and stuff. So the windows actually are colored in this dark blue and stuff. But yeah, you actually have some nice detail headlight right here and stuff. Looks amazing and stuff. And we actually move right here and stuff. So we actually have a nice clean truck right here. Not yet, they actually have cables underneath, but doesn't really bother me and stuff. So it has some dirt right here, and the wheels look nicely painted and stuff. The sculpt in the wheel looks just amazing and stuff. The amount of detail they did is just amazing. The doors right here, nicely sculpted and stuff. I do love it. And the window right here looks amazing. And some more sculpted doors right here, the handle and stuff. And we actually got the smokestack and stuff, which Ironhide is mostly known for having smokestacks, just like Optimus Prime. Here's a giant pickup truck and stuff. Looks amazing. And some more detail on the truck right here. Oh yeah, top of the roof. Has some nice sculpt right here. And moving right here, you actually have some more nice detail on the back of the truck and stuff. The wheels look amazing. There are both the exact same wheels. And have some nice painted headlights right here. Now, unfortunately, there's no Autobot molded in right there, which is known for that. But it is what it is. I guess you could count this as a cable, but not really. But it doesn't really bug too much and stuff. But yeah, you do actually have that thing for the weapon storage and stuff, which I would show it off, but it's adding in the truck mode and stuff. But yeah, he does actually have these cable and stuff, but unfortunately, it is what it is. These roll for pretty well and stuff. But yeah, anyways, for size comparison, I don't got anything in vehicle mode for now. Well, if I do review him again and stuff like a throwback, I'll probably like review some characters in vehicle mode. So here we actually got the RPN Ironhide right here. So yeah, I do actually have an RPN Ironhide. I only have Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Ratchet, Ironhide, and Jazz. If you guys want me to review this guy, I can actually do that. So look at that. Anyways, time for transformation. Now transformation, I kept that in mind as a kid and stuff, but transforming now is kind of a bit of a pain and stuff, especially right here. Well, actually, when I was a kid, it was actually a pain to actually get the head out by pushing this right here. But keep in mind, when I actually one time, like when I actually forced it, like to get the head out, it literally broke. I'm not even joking. That literally happened. So I recommend being careful. But anyways, oh yeah, I forgot to mention, when I was a kid, I don't know why, when I was like putting them in dirt and stuff, like rubbing in dirt, I could pretend to be battle damage. The whole thing like snapped, broken pieces, just like how it happened with Jazz in the first movie. That's a bad joke, but anyways, I guess first thing first, you can actually want to remove these and stuff, like, and we actually want to remove these like out of the way right here, like so. I guess like for the smokestack, you can actually like leave them like this and stuff. And we actually move these right here and stuff. And if you guys want, get the legs out of the way, with these feet, with them right here. And you actually like move these things right here and stuff. Move these. And you want to move this right here. And move like this right here, like so. And yeah, anyways. You want to, I guess we can actually separate these things already. And get these arms out of the way and stuff. You want to recommend being careful and stuff. Oh yeah, and okay, there we go. We could just just move this right here because I'm in the first place. You want to go to the back and you want to move these right here and move right here like this, like so, and there we go. And move these things aside, whatever you want to position them. Repeat that right here and stuff. And for the arms, you have to move them like right here. Repeat the exact same thing from here. And what you want to do is like you want to get the arms right here. I do want to mention this thing right here does open for the transformation. Alright, just like get the arms right here, and get the hands right here. Repeat the exact same thing from here. And yeah. Now here's the tricky part it gets and stuff. So you do want to expand this right here and stuff like so. And this thing is actually double jointed right here. If you see, let me just move these. And oh, okay, never mind. I guess you guys actually had to hold it right here instead of like. But keep in mind, when I was little, it was sometimes hard to actually get the head out and stuff. So yeah. And oh yeah, you want to actually like fold in the wheels like here. And fold in the wheels right here like so. And you want to have in get the head right here and move this. Alright. You want to move these right here and there we go. And we're done. Yes, we're done. So yeah, we're actually quite done right now. Okay, let me just move it right here. There we go. This should be this should be a perfect thumbnail right here. So here we actually got the Transformers Hunt for the Deceptacon Deluxe Class Ironhide and all the glory. And this guy, it's amazing. Now, granted, the studio series still is better and stuff, but this one's actually my second favorite Ironhide. Keep in mind, this was my only good Ironhide when I was little, and this thing actually like brings so much memories. This thing actually have a special place in my heart and stuff, and I'm glad I actually have this because Ironhide was always one of my favorite characters when I was young and stuff. Especially when I got traumatized seeing him die in Dark of the Moon and stuff. But anyways, let's get started, shall we? So yeah, you guys must know he is a deluxe size figure and stuff. He's actually quite small and stuff. Because unfortunately he doesn't really scale with some figure. I mean, he does kind of scale with the some figures and stuff, but anyways, it doesn't really matter right now. So we could take closely the head sculpt and stuff. Now, you guys must know the head sculpt. I want to say he's literally the closest one we actually got back then, like an accurate Ironhide. But almost. Here's what I mean. The head sculpt, if you actually notice, it actually looks nothing like in the movie and stuff because they used the concept art head sculpt and stuff. Which yeah, so this head is actually based off of concept art and stuff, so it's not really the final version of Ironhide and stuff. But it still looks nice and stuff, like the detail and everything. But I still prefer the actual like model, the head sculpt. But the head sculpt still looks good right here. So you can see actually has some nice painted gold paint right here and some nice silver paint and stuff. And he does resemble like a bowl and stuff because Ironhide mostly like resemble like a bowl and stuff. That's how I see it. Sculpting wise, everything looks amazing. So yeah, right here is actually supposed to be the mask right there, I guess. And right here, I always think this. I mean, I'm giving the silver part right here is actually the mouth because that's how I see it and stuff. And yeah, I think that is the mouth and stuff. But the sculpting in the head sculpt looks amazing and stuff. So, not the best head sculpt and stuff, but I do like the paint, the sculpting, everything. Looks fantastic and stuff, so I do love that and stuff. But yeah. Looking at the back right here, like, actually has some blue light piping right here and stuff. Has some screws right there and stuff. So, the back right here has a nice detail. But yeah, right here, he does have some bit of a kibble and stuff, but it's not really noticeable and stuff. So the kibble is not really that bad, to be honest and stuff. So I can actually get past by the kibble, to be honest. But yeah, the doors will actually fold in nice right here. They actually have this window right here, have a nice auto bar right here. So the cable's not really noticeable. We actually get to the front right here. So So yeah, you actually got the truck part right here, which is folded in nicely right here. Resemble Baver's ironhide. So we actually get to the silver chest right here. The chest looks amazing and stuff, like the Autobot logo right here and the silver paint and stuff. I do like these gold paint right here, the black paint and stuff. The more black paint, silver paint. The chest right here looks amazing and stuff, and I do love that. That's literally a typical ironhide thing and stuff, so I do love that and stuff. But yeah, the wheels right here is folded in nicely, just like Baver's ironhide, so I do love that. Now, I do want to mention, every time when you do move the arms, it does move in. Which, unfortunately, there's no, like a thing to actually, like, to hold this. Unfortunately, it is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna hold this. So we actually get to the arm right here. The arm is quite simple and stuff. So you actually have some nice simple detail right here, some nice sculpted detail right here, and some nice sculpted hand detail right here and stuff. So I do love that. And the cannon looks nicely detailed and painted and stuff. And yes, they're actually quite small and stuff. And again, it's a deluxe figure with what you can do. But the cannon looks nicely detailed and everything. Some more sculpt detail right here and stuff. But yeah. Anyways, right here is actually quite the exact same from here and stuff. So the detail is quite the exact same. Now, yes, it doesn't actually have the other cannon that kind of resembles the bottle and stuff. You actually have this drone. If you actually play the Transformers in the game, you remember Ironhide does drop a drone and stuff, and this is actually one of the drones. Which I always literally thought like this thing was like sentient and stuff. Like I remember when I was a kid, I like to pretend like this thing was actually alive, kind of like Wally or something. Because I don't know, because the eyes were here and stuff, but it's just a reporter. It's just like a gun, just a gun turret. That's all it is and stuff. But I actually like to use it as a cannon and stuff. But I'll show it off later. Anyways, have some idea. This is the crotch part. Actually has some silver paint right here, and some more like detail right here. Some nice silver paint right here. And yeah, he does actually have some cable and stuff, but they're on the bolt joint and stuff. I think you can remove them if you want to. He actually has some bit of like gray paint right here, some sculpted detail right here and stuff. He does actually have some like more back detail right here and stuff. Which oh yeah, you can actually see some mark part and stuff, but it doesn't really matter. It's not really noticeable. I had some bits of kill right here and stuff, and I had some like leg detail right, well, feet detail and stuff. I had some gold paint, some black paint right here in the feet and stuff. So yeah. And the wheels are actually falling in nicely and stuff, but yeah. So, I don't know why it's all gray right here and stuff. It would have been better with all black and stuff. I guess it is what it is and stuff. But yeah. Anyway, detail away looks amazing. But anyways, do want to show off this weapon right here. So, this thing right here is actually one of the gun turrets he used in the Revenge of the Fallen game. What you want to do is like get these out of here. There we go. So yeah, you can actually use it as a gun turret right here. Now I do want to mention, when it comes to like Ironhide on Mercari or eBay, mostly like people sell it off without the gun right here and stuff, but luckily he came with it and stuff, so that's good. So you can actually do this and stuff, which is amazing. And no, you kind of hold it like regular. Well, you can actually make it do it like this, but it'll be weird. For me, I just like recommend just having it right there. It actually looks a lot better and stuff like this. But yeah, oh yeah, a little fact with me when I was little, I never transformed inside of the vehicle mode and stuff, because I literally thought like this thing is just for nothing. I literally thought that this thing is just open just to screw this thing right here. That's about it. I actually did remove the cannon off of this when I was little. Until like when I actually had the Dark Moon variant, I didn't notice you can actually open this and the gun will fit in and stuff. And that's something I never knew when I was a kid, until I actually had the Dark Moon variant. Just want to point that out. But yeah, for articulation wise, heads on the bolt joint and stuff, which is amazing. You can actually get some nice movement. Armor here is a bit of, actually have the bolt joint right here. Now, like I said, if you move this a lot, if you move these arms a lot, these things right here will pop off. Well, actually, it'll come off like this. It gets annoying, you know, but sadly we cannot do nothing about it and stuff. But yeah, this actually has a swivel right here. This can actually move right here. Hand can have a swivel right here. It can move like this and stuff. Can move like this. Toe can move like this. Sadly, no articulation from here and stuff. So, but yeah, like you still get some cool poses with this guy and stuff. But yeah. Anyways, articulating wise, articulation wise, it's amazing and stuff. But yeah. Anyways, for site comparison. Okay, so we're gonna do some site comparison stuff. So here's with the hold on, let me get out. Here is with the Hunt for Deceptacon Optimus Prime. I remember back in 2010, like my brother actually got this for Christmas right here. This was my brother, and this was actually mine. So we actually got these guys on the exact same day, Christmas. And well, I actually got 2 figures. I actually got the Tuner Skid. Oh, hopefully I'll get Tuner Skid to actually complete my the 3 trio when actually me and my brother actually had when we were kids and stuff. Even though it's kind of odd, I actually have skins there, but it is what it is. Yeah, so this is my only 2 Hunt for Deceptacon figures I have. Here's with the Revenge of the Fallen Voyager class long hauler here. I think this size is actually quite accurate because long haul is meant to be a tall guy and stuff, so this is actually quite accurate. But yeah. Anyways, like when it comes to modern figures and stuff, here is the Bumblebee movie Ironhide right here. I do have. You can see these 2 are deluxe size and stuff. These guys look like they will actually fit into that thing. I mean, if they were meant in a different, like multiverse universe and stuff. But here's the thing, like this guy would actually have been a bit taller than this guy and stuff. But yeah. But these look nice and stuff, and deluxes. So there are some actually deluxe Ironhide they did made and stuff, especially for G1 and stuff. And when it comes to Bayverse, rarely and stuff. I think this is the only deluxe Bayverse Ironhide. There's a reprint of this guy, so I don't want to mention that. And what else? We're not done yet with comparison and stuff. Okay, so here's another. I got 2 more comparisons. So here's with the Studio Series Deluxe class Bumblebee from the 07 movie. So yeah, you can see like I think this could actually work out and stuff. But Ironhide is supposed to be a little bit taller. It kind of works, but not bad. You know, actually I do love this and stuff. But yeah. And I guess you guys already know the last one. So last but not least, this one's kind of obvious. Here with the Studio Series Voyager Ironhide right here. I do actually have right here. So yeah, these 2 are my favorite Ironhides and stuff. I thought this guy would have been #1, but this guy's obviously #1. Best Ironhides of all time. I'm gonna try to get the Voyager 07 Ironhide in the future, but not right now. I need to save up money first, so I'm just gonna be focused on the Studio Series first. But yeah, this guy's actually happy to be #1. This guy's #2. So yeah, both of my favorite Ironhides. And look, this is what I mean. So the head sculpt right here is actually inaccurate, but this head sculpt right here is actually accurate to the movie. So they finally made an Ironhide head that actually looks accurate. Well, 07 Voyager Ironhide did actually have an accurate head, but Recon Ironhide actually got rid of that. I don't know why. But yeah. But anyways. Okay, you know, back to the this Ironhide right here. Yep. Anyways, oh my god, my legs are asleep. I hate when that happens, because I was barely moving it. But anyways, that's just for the video right here and stuff. And I do really highly recommend this guy and stuff. This guy is literally one of the best deluxe they actually made for the Hunt for Deceptacon line and stuff. And I adore this a lot, literally. So I'm gonna end the video here, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video review. And love, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next video and stuff. And I'll try to do more reviews of Transformers figures. I'll probably do the Bumblebee movie figures and stuff in the future. But yeah, anyways, take care. Peace.